Hey guys, it's Carolyn. I wanted to try to do the Bookify My Life tag today. I saw this tag from Words of a Reader, who is awesome. She's Australian and she's just really cool. And I also watch her friend Renee's videos as well. I think that's her name. Anyway, so yes, she did this tag and she got it from someone whose YouTube name I can't really pronounce, and I'm sorry for that, but I will link both of their channels in the description. And so basically what this tag is it's just turning your life into a book, and there's just a bunch of questions that go along with that. So let's get started. Okay, the first is, where would your life be set? My life would be set within the world of Harry Potter. It's one of my favorite series. I love that it has magic in it, and for me particularly, I think I would want it set in the adult wizarding world. Not that Hogwarts isn't awesome, it is, but I'm at the age now where I wouldn't be able to go to Hogwarts anyway, and I wouldn't want to, like, make my character younger than myself. That'd be kind of weird. So, yes, it would be set in the adult wizarding world, Harry Potter. And the next is, what would your character be like? My character would be a witch, obviously, since I want it to be in the wizarding world. And if I could pick kind of what my character would be like aside from my own personality, basically I picked the three characters in books who I think that all of their personalities combine is closest to my own personality, and that is Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, which, I'll show that again, Hermione, love her, because of the bookishness. I was very bookish when I was younger, and I still kind of am, obviously, because I read a lot, but also because in school I was very studious. And the other two are Eleanor and Marianne Dashwood from Sense and Sensibility, because how I used to be is I used to be very outwardly like Marianne a lot, and emotionally I'm still very much like Marianne, but I'm much more like Eleanor on the outside now, where I just keep all of what I'm feeling kind of inside. I mean, I talk to people about it, but I'm not as dramatic as Marianne is. I used to be. In high school I totally was, but I've kind of matured into more Eleanor style of a personality. So yeah, my character would be a witch, and she would be a cross between Hermione, Eleanor, and Marianne Dashwood. And I love this book. It's my favorite. I know I've told you guys this before. Oh, and I love this edition. By the way, I'm going to take a time out and just show you guys how beautiful this edition of this book is. It's so pretty and it feels so good. It's got roses, and on the back it says, "I'm convinced I will never see a man whom I can truly love," and it's awesome. I love it. Okay, next is, who is your closest companion? This was a tie, you guys. This was a tie between Tonks from Harry Potter, and she actually appears in the 5th book, but I couldn't find the 5th book, so first one again. Tonks is awesome. She's so out there, and she's brilliant, she's funny, she doesn't mind being herself, she, like, doesn't care what people think, and I love that, and she just changes her appearance all the time. She actually, I don't remember what it's called, but she has the magic ability to change her appearance at will, and so she has, like, purple spiky hair at one point, sometimes she has, like, a pink pixie cut. It's just, you know, she has hair all over the place all the time, and she's just so funny and smart, and I would just really want her to be my best friend. But the other person who it's a tie with is Love Bukowski from Principles of Love, because all throughout this book and the rest of this series, I just thought that she's the kind of girl who any person would want to be their best friend, because she's that cool. And originally I was like, well, no, I would really want to be her, and it's like, no, I would really want her to be my best friend, because she's the kind of person where she's awesome. I can't explain it. You have to read this series to find out how cool she is. She's one of my favorite characters in any fiction ever. Okay, next is, who would the mother hen character be in your book? And I picked Jane Bennet from Pride and Prejudice, because she is one of the sweetest people ever, and she always looks out for her family and friends before herself. Other people's happiness comes before her own, and she's always just checking up on her sisters, and I think part of it is because she's the oldest in the Bennet family, so she just wants to watch over her sisters, but also she just has that natural mothering instinct, so I would definitely pick Jane Bennet for that. Okay, next, who is your sworn enemy? You guys, I had to think about this for a long time, because I was just thinking, who is the slimiest, most evil character I have ever read in fiction? And I decided on, I think his name is James Randall. I know his last name is Randall. I think his first name is James, but it might be John. No, not John. James. I don't know, but Randall from Outlander. He is the most disgusting character. Not gross, like, no personal hygiene or anything. Disgusting inwardly, disgusting in his soul. He is just the most, and I'm not going to tell you guys exactly why he's horrible. You really have to read this series, specifically this book. To me, he's the most evil. Just, he's disgusting, and I would love for him to be my sworn enemy, because I would love an excuse to kick his butt. I don't often say that about characters, but yeah, that's just how I feel about that guy. Alright, next is, who is your love interest? This was tough. This was very tough. If I had to pick, I don't think I could pick, you guys, but I had to narrow it down to 3. I had to narrow it down to 3 people. And because I couldn't pick one of them. And it would either be Colonel Brandon from Sense and Sensibility, Mr. Knightley from Emma, or James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser from Outlander. Because if I had to pick, if I absolutely had to, I would probably say Colonel Brandon, but, I mean, Jamie Fraser, he's cute, he's sweet, he's funny, he's very intensely protective. Like, his love interest in this is Claire. They're the 2 main characters, and he is so, as soon as they're married, he says, I will protect you with everything that I am, and I won't think about myself, and that's just so, I love that, and their love story is so great and strong in this series. It's amazing, and so he's just adorable to me, and he's just so sweet, and it's awesome. And then Knightley, there's a reason his last name is Knightley. He is Emma's knight. He's so awesome, and I love it because he's very protective of her, but at the same time, he kind of scolds her like an older brother, but he loves her like a husband. You know, he's not afraid to tell her when he thinks that she's done something wrong, but at the same time, he praises her all the time, and it's so cool. And I love their story because they've known each other almost their entire lives. They've been best friends for so long, and then it just turns into something more, which it does with their older siblings as well, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I love George Knightley. He's amazing. Colonel Charles Brandon. There are no words for how awesome this man is. He's so... and he kicks ass in it. And I just... and I'm sorry, I keep saying ass, but I mean, yeah, sorry about that. But he's... there aren't words. So yeah, if I had to pick between the three of them, I would probably most likely pick Charles Brandon. But the three of them are just so cool that if I could, I would take a guy and I would just be like, okay, you're gonna be a combination of all three of these men. Yeah, I totally would. Okay, next we have, who would your animal friend be? I had to pick the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, and I don't have the book to show you guys because, it's somewhere in all of this bookshelf mess behind me, but my bookshelf's rather disorganized at the moment, which is why I haven't shown you guys a bookshelf tour yet, is because I have 2 bookshelves and some boxes of books under my bed. But yeah, I don't know where Alice in Wonderland is in all that mess, and I need to find it. But the Cheshire Cat, he's kind of conniving and sneaky and everything, but he's so clever as well that you would want him, I would want him on my side. Like, I would want that crazy cat to be on my side, because then, you know, he could get his tricks up with other people, and like, if I was like, I don't like this person, help me with this, he would help. And he's cool, and he's funny, and Cheshire Cat's just one of my favorite characters in literature. So yeah, okay, next up we have, if I could take one object from any other book. I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. If I could take one object from any book, it would be Belle's Library from Beauty by Robin McKinley. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I think I've told you guys that this is my favorite retelling of any fairy tale ever. But it's not only my favorite interpretation of any fairy tale ever, but Beauty and the Beast is my favorite fairy tale, and it's my favorite story of all time. And the library, it just always expands, and the description of the library in this book is so beautiful because it contains every book that ever had been written and ever would be written in all of time in this library. So, if I could pick any object, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to say a room, and it would be this library, because it's so cool, and it's every book lover's dream. It's brilliant. There's this part where the Beast is showing Belle the library, and, you know, she says, oh, I've never heard of this one, the Jungle Book, what is that? And he said, oh, it's because it hasn't been written yet. And she's like, what do you mean it hasn't been written yet? And he says, well, this is an enchanted castle, what do you think? And it's just, oh, it's so good. Okay, next we have one character for guidance. Since I'm in the Harry Potter world, since my life would take place there, I'm gonna say, Minerva McGonagall. Because, yes, she's stern, yes, she's strict, but she also knows what she's talking about. She is very clever, she's very wise. Because I would say Dumbledore, but I've always had, like, more of a love of McGonagall. I don't know why. She's awesome. Maybe, I'm guessing it's because of Maggie Smith's portrayal of her in the films. That's what I'm guessing. And she's amazing. And so, yes, I would follow her anywhere, so picking her for guidance seems like a great idea. Okay, next, and the last one, as well, is, how would your story end? I would like my story to end very happily, like, hopefully, with me ending up with my Colonel Brandon type man, and, with my sworn enemy, who in this is Randall, to be dead. That would be great. Because he is a slime bucket. He's just, I don't like him. And by the way, if anyone, since I don't remember his last name, actually, let me see if it's on the back here, real fast. No, it isn't. But yeah, if anyone who has read the Outlander series watches my videos, if you could tell me what that dude's first name is, I would really appreciate it. Just because I don't really want to go digging around in my book to look for it, because I don't remember what part it talks about that. But yeah, he's an evil man, so I would want him dead and gone. And then I would so I would want that sort of happy ending where all my friends and family are safe and fine and have a good, happy ending, but also I would want there to be a cliffhanger, like maybe a introduction of a new, enemy or a new conflict, to create a cliffhanger to make room for a sequel, because I would want my story to continue after that. I wouldn't really want it to be a one novel type of deal. So yeah, that's my Bookify My Life tag, and I think I want to create another tag that's kind of like this one, but for movies and television, just because I was thinking about this while I was thinking about the books, and I was like, you know, if my life could take place in any show, and, you know, I was just kind of thinking about that as well, so I think I'm going to try to make a tag that's books and movies. I don't know if that's already been, I mean, not books and movies, it's movies and TV shows. I don't know if that's already been done, but yeah, I'm going to see about that. And, I know that this is surprising that I'm posting this video because I just put a post up that said I was on hiatus. Yeah, I figured out how to do all of this without using the data on my phone, which is great. So I will not be going on hiatus. And I think my next video will either be a tag or my February wrap-up, which will be in the beginning of March, and then March TBR, which I'm going to do those separately because both of them are rather large. But yeah, okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Bye.